each month I write a publisher's memo for Referee magazine. It appears in the print edition, and each month I do a video recording for each of the publisher's memos. For this particular month, something unusual for you. I wanted to take the space in the magazine to sing the praises of the summit support organizations that make the Sports Officiating Summit possible. I could have written my normal 3,000 words, but I didn't think that was the way to do it. What I did in that memo in print was to show the logos of the 89 organizations that are confirmed as summit support organizations for the St. Louis Summit coming up in July of 2015. Let me give you just a little bit of background. When we started doing summits and conventions way back when, we didn't have any support organizations, and then we had 3 support organizations, and then it grew to 5 and 10 and 11 and 12, and it stayed there for a very long time. It's only when we had the thought that the summit needs to be the industry event of the year, owned by all of the organizations in officiating, all of the organizations that have a stake in officiating performance, that the summit would become truly what it needed to be. It was no longer the convention of the National Association of Sports Officials. Oh yes, NESO and referee continued to put on the conventions and the summits, as we do to this day, but the meaning of it changed. The emphasis changed. It became the industry event of the year. And so now what we find, that we have 89 organizations that have stepped up to provide financial support and participation in the summit itself. It's a very heartening thing to have witnessed this growth, this evolution. And you will see in this video all of the logos for the 89 SSOs, as I call them. Often I am asked, after doing this for 40 years, starting Referee magazine in 1975, and here we sit in 2015, I am often asked about the successes. What really strikes me as a major success in all the efforts that we have undertaken? And I easily say it is the summit, the NESO, the Sports Officiating Summit. And you can bear witness by all of these support organizations that have come on board. They're supporting the summit. They're supporting sports officiating because they believe in the education and the networking that takes place during that 2.5 days when we meet. So for your enjoyment, sit back and take a look at the logos of the 89 summit support organizations for the 2015 summit in St. Louis. Thank you.